to another interesting segment of Home Truth Nigeria. Today, I want to talk on the topic dating standards of Nigerian men, part one. Now, a young man asked me a few weeks ago to talk about the dating standards of Nigerian men because he thinks the women from the Western world do not understand or know that Nigerian men also have got standards. And the truth is, a lot of women think because of their nationality, maybe they're coming from Canada, USA, Europe, Australia, somewhere they think they can date Nigerian. This is the truth in most cases, especially if you meet a guy who is very much interested in visa and money. However, when we talk about standards of uh, Nigerian men in terms of dating, we're talking about things that appeals to the Nigerian man. Things they find interesting and attractive in a woman. So today we will look at few things or point out few things that are considered to be dating standards of Nigerian men. This is the part one segment of it. So the question in your mind should be, what do Nigerian men consider as a dating standard, especially when they are looking for a woman? What is the standard they have set, especially when they're looking for a woman? Because what you guys don't understand is a lot of Nigerian men have standard, and it is one important question a lot of women should always ask. I know a lot of women do not want this. Some people don't want to ask this question because some might feel offended, especially if the Nigerian man decides to dive deep on what he wants. So today I want to talk on this topic, and the first thing on my list when a Nigerian man is looking for a woman, the first thing on his list is one, the looks or physical appearance. This is the first thing on the list of most Nigerian men. Most. Each Nigerian man has, what he wants in a woman in terms of looks. And it may differ, but they would totally agree on one thing, that the woman they're going for should, at least to an extent, be attractive enough for the individual. Now, before you start, looking into the mirror to assess yourself, am I good enough? Am I good looking, beautiful, ugly? The truth is, there is no woman that's been created by God that is ugly. There's no ugly woman. But again, we say beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So the question is, does your Nigerian man find you attractive to behold? Or you know, does he get scared when he looks at you? The truth is, you could be with a man who doesn't find you attractive, doesn't mean that there aren't other men who won't find you attractive. That's one beautiful thing about life. I remember one time a lady came complaining to me that she thinks her man doesn't find her attractive. And I was like, did he tell you so? She said no, but I put two things together and I discovered he didn't. He doesn't find me attractive. I said, okay, well, why don't you give him a call to find out? So the lady took her phone and she gave the man a call. She called him. And babe, I was wondering, you never told me ever since we started talking that you find me attractive. So I'm just asking, do you find me attractive? And what is it in me that you actually find attractive? And the young man picked the call and said, well, the truth is, attraction does not matter as an elder. I know you are old and fat, but you see, I love the motherly love and care you show me, and that is why I respect and love you. You're like a mother figure to me. And the lady was like, you're so dumb. I'm not your mother. I'm your girlfriend. I'm your woman. You asked me to be your girlfriend, and I said yes. I'm not your mother. There's no way I'm your mother. I'm your partner. We're in a relationship, committed relationship. You need to quit whatever you're smoking in Nigeria. And the guy picked up the phone and like, how can you be my girlfriend? You're not a girl now. You're a woman. You can't be my girlfriend now. And guys, this actually happened. Now, what am I trying to say? Appearance does matter a lot to Nigerian men. The first thing we do when we show our friends our woman is we want to hear from them. She fine. Oh, basically, she's beautiful. So if you as a lady you're attracted to a Nigerian man because of his physique, his body, make sure that there is something in you that he's also attracted to. Make sure you have that. Now, this may sound superficial to a lot of you, but it is very important for a lot of Nigerian men, especially when you meet a Nigerian man who takes a great deal in looking after himself. If you're dating a Nigerian man who's very conscious about his health, his appearance, what he eats, and all of that, and you do the opposite, it could be very, very problematic, and that's why it's very important to make sure that to an extent, your Nigerian man finds you attractive. At least you could talk about this. And for those of you with Nyash, you're covered. Okay, the next thing is your dressing. Now, this is very important for Nigerian men. Some ladies might be wondering why the man they're dating doesn't want to take them or hang around with them where his friends are, or basically show the woman around to his friends. It could be that the way you dress does not appeal to your Nigerian man. It could be you dress either too naked or you dress too shabby. And for this reason, the Nigerian man doesn't feel comfortable to walk with you or be around you, especially where his friends are. Sometimes a lot of you dress and you look like his personal bodyguard or someone from his security entourage. It's very important that your dressing and the way you dress matters a lot to Nigerian men. Nigerian men are interested in the way you dress. Trust me on that. That is why I always emphasize on some ladies to try to make effort to, you know, look good, especially when you have to hang out with your Nigerian man. If your Nigerian man is interested to know what is in your wardrobe, you could make him know or ask him what kind of outfit he wants you to wear, especially when you guys want to go for an occasion. Could be very much interested in that. There are Nigerian men who are not comfortable with women showing too much skin. There are Nigerian men who are okay with that. And this is the more reason why you need to ask. The truth is, some Nigerian men may not tell you. One way of making you understand is some will just, act indifferent, grow cold and try not to get themselves too much involved in and around you or take you to places that are important. And you start wondering if this guy loves you. He may truly like you, find you attractive, but the way you dress, especially these women who, just have one way of dressing. Every day you see them t-shirt and jean, t-shirt and jean, t-shirt and jean. This may work for you, yeah, but it's also very important, to ask your Nigerian man what he thinks about the way you dress. Do you like the way I dress? The way I dress, you think is okay? I know there are a lot of you who say, no way, the way I dress is the way I'm gonna dress. It's my body. Is Yes, it's true. No one is contesting that with you. But you see, sometimes it is very important if you want to be with a Nigerian man to make sure that he's also comfortable with the way you dress. If you're dressing too exposed, it could have a problem with that. If you're dressing like Princess Fiona in Shrek, also, you could also have a problem with that. So it's very important for you to let him know. Let him in into your wardrobe how you dress because it matters a lot to Nigerians, especially Nigerian men. They want to see how you style yourself. Very important. Another thing is hygiene. Hygiene is very important to an average Nigerian man, and it's worse if you are dating a Nigerian man who is strict and clean, you can escape this if you're dating a Nigerian who is a pig. Both of you can, backs on that, and maybe perhaps in your play with that, you could discover new jumps that we could work on. But the truth is, if you are dating a Nigerian man, your hygiene, personal hygiene and the place you live, it is very, very important for the Nigerian man. Nigerian man want to have a woman who they presume to be neat. There are homes that have broken because the woman cannot keep the home clean. I'm not joking. No one was cheating. There was no domestic violence. It's just that the woman does not clean the house. I'm not kidding you. So it is very important. So for those of you who go about making video calls, with the man, and you just, you look like big on top. Your house and your kitchen look like you survived. The kitchen, your house survived tsunami or some natural disaster. You make calls. Your Nigerian man is seeing all those things in the background. He's seeing it. Don't think he's just focusing around looking at your face like, oh, she's beautiful. No, He's seeing everything. He's looking at your background, looking at how you keep your surrounding clean. And at the end of the day, these things they matter to him. Most especially when we talk about personal hygiene. You don't shower, you don't bathe, your breath smells like something died inside your belly and died again. There was a second death. The color of your teeth is like a painter started the job and did not complete it because he didn't get paid. And on top of that, you smoke like an old Russian train. This train that goes, chuku, 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 woo-hoo, you smoke like that. You drink, you light cigarette when you're talking with your Nigerian man, and when you're around him, you want to kiss him, or and all of that. Have you asked your Nigerian man if he's okay with that? A lot of women do this and they get away with it because they feel like, oh yeah, I'm American, I'm Canadian, I'm Australian, I'm from this part of the world. He's gonna want to come to be in my country, so you feel like you're doing him a favor. Yes, if this guy is in dire need of your assistance, he could swallow it. But trust me, he would not tolerate this. If you look at 90 Days Fiance, if you look at the women who dated the two Nigerian men, if you notice something about these guys, they don't smoke. And these women they smoke. At the end of the day, these guys they didn't end up with any of these women, and it's very important, So you need to ask your Nigerian guy, what do you think about me smoking? What do you think about me drinking? I don't drink water. I don't drink alcohol, vodka. You know, I drink vodka. Uh, what do you think about it? You need to ask, know if he's okay with that. If he's okay with you, smoking and all of this. Hygiene is very important for Nigerian men. I've said it to a lot of women. I was like, sometimes you may look beautiful and everything, but your personal hygiene might just be so bad. There's no difference with you and where a plane crash in terms of BO body odor. The way you smell when you pass around people, it's a miracle, and stuff. So I'm not telling you to quit smoking or telling you what to do. I mean, some of you have been smoking for decades, so who am I to, tell you to quit smoking? But I'm just trying to make you understand that hygiene matters a lot for us. And a lot of you dating Nigerian men, you also discover that Nigerian men are very conscious. When you are taking sugar, they warn you, oh, too much sugar, it's not good for you. Oh, you're smoking, it's cancer stick, it's not good for you. They tell you all of these things because we're very conscious about health. So you need to also know that it might not be the standard of your Nigerian guy, and perhaps it could be why he could leave you in the future. Another thing, and the last thing we'll talk for today is idle or laziness. Nigerian men hate idle or lazy women, especially these women who spend 24 hours of their life thinking of someone. Yeah, how do you spend 24 hours thinking of a man? Like, don't you have something serious to do with your life? How do you spend 24 hours thinking? I could understand if you give a pause and like, okay, I will just spend 5 hours thinking about him today. Can understand it. At least you have the other 19 hours, to do something meaningful. But some people spend 24 hours thinking about the Nigerian man because your level of idleness is the peak of idleness. Some of you go as far as tracking the Nigerian man, how many times he comes online, how many times he has written you when he comes online, how long his sentences were, how many words he used when he replied to you. The truth is, the Nigerian man is hustling. He's out trying to make ends meet, trying to put food on his table. You're on the sofa, on the bed, monitoring your phone like you had a contract, with Mark Zuckerberg, when they were buying WhatsApp. So it's very, very important to know that Nigerian men can really, really frown on women who are very idle and lazy. What do you expect a Nigerian man to do during the daytime when he should be out working, to be online chatting with you and calling you because you are the God of heaven? Even people don't pray for 24 hours. What do you want? You want him to give sacrifice to you, to appease you? Come on, it doesn't work that way. You need to find something meaningful to do. Find something meaningful to do with yourself, because a lot of women don't understand that such attitudes could actually push your Nigerian man far away from you. Because It's like there's nothing else to talk. He's just bored. You're every time he looks at his phone, you're there, babe. What's up? How you doing? Have you eaten? You asked him today, the next day the same thing, the next day the same thing. Come on, he gets tired. He gets tired. So sometimes it's good, like you take a pause, you find something to do with yourself, read a book, especially a book that teaches you how to be productive with time. If you don't have anything to do, you can start gossip with your friends, or if you don't have any friends to gossip, you could even start a fight with your neighbor. Just start something that will keep you busy, and to not appear too clingy to your Nigerian man, because sometimes this excessive clinginess could push him far from you. And that's why it's important to give your Nigerian man some space, let him work on himself, on things, and let him come back and miss you and look for you and talk with you, and not just you just standing there like an old guard dog or this German Shepherd, monitoring uh, seeing when he's online. Okay, he's been online 6 times in the last 1 hour, and then you write it down. Come on, are you an accountant with WhatsApp? So, guys, it's very important. When you're talking to a Nigerian man, do not think because of his situation he has no standards, which is not the case. Now, a lot of women feel money and the opportunity to travel, has totally nullified or, taken away the standard of this Nigerian man. You may not see anything because, of course, he's desperate, but it still doesn't take away the fact that this Nigerian man has got standards, And the truth is, as I've always said, you don't know the character of a man when he's down. When things are okay, you see the character of a man. And when you're dealing with a Nigerian man, it's always important to make sure that at least you know what his standards are. And perhaps maybe you meet 70% of his standards. And then the rest, you guys can, work on it. It is important also to ask him what his standards are in a relationship. Especially in relation to his partner, the woman he's dating, because it would be a big mistake if you just assume you are the standard without actually asking him. You could get totally disappointed, and I wouldn't advise you, to do so. Always ask the Nigerian man, and also when you're asking and when he's telling you his standards, try to be understanding, try to be flexible, try to see his point. Don't try to shut him up to, like, maybe because he said things that are offensive to you, you feel being attacked. Let him speak his mind, let him break that ice, so perhaps both of you could move on, to do better things. Yeah, I can remember in 2016, a Nigerian man told his Canadian girlfriend, like, oh, babe, you are getting too fat. And let's maybe go to the gym and start working out. And the lady started crying. She felt so embarrassed, attacked, body shamed. After 2 months, she decided to end the relationship with the Nigerian guy. Immediately, she jumped into another relationship with a guy from East Africa. And this guy from East Africa wanted to say something, but he didn't want to say because the lady told him she was body shamed in the relationship. That's why he left. So he didn't want to say something. He just held his feelings. But guess what? His sisters, they came, they told her, you're a wonderful, you're a beautiful lady, but you're too fat. And she got offended again, started crying, and also left the relationship. The truth is, for whatever reason, she was told. And sometimes when people want to tell you the truth, it doesn't mean they want to body shame you. It's just the reality, and you may not like it, but the question is, what can we do about it? That's the question. Sometimes people tell you, especially the person who loves you, so you guys can find a solution. Not like they're trying to make you feel bad or body shame you and all of that. So, guys, as always, please you can write me on hometruth86@gmail.com. For now, I can't take WhatsApp messages. For those of you writing me on WhatsApp, I can't take WhatsApp messages. I'm very far. So please stick to the emails, and soon we will talk on WhatsApp. As always, guys, like, share, subscribe. Home Truth Nigeria. Peace out.